Do you know why most people never get rich? It's not because they lack talent. It's not because they lack opportunities. It's because they walk around with a poor mind. In a rich world, before your bank account ever grows, esprits discutent this. Your mind has to expand. Every millionaire, every entrepreneur, every leader I've ever met was rich up here long before they were rich out there. Look around you. Finis, Pyrits esprits this. The difference between the person who sees a problem and the one who sees an opportunity is not luck, it's mindset. The poor mind says, I can't afford that. The rich mind asks, how can I afford that? The poor mind says, I don't have the time. The rich mind says, how can I make the time? The words you use shape the world you create. Discutent this. And your word will always rise or fall to the level of your thinking. Think about this. Every great fortune began as an idea. Apple started in a garage. Amazon started with one man selling books online. Esprits discutent this. Oprah started with a dream of telling stories that matter. These people were not born rich. They thought rich. They invested in their knowledge, their growth, their vision. They built wealth first in their minds. Esprits discutent this. And the universe simply caught up. So the question isn't when will I be rich? The question is when will I start thinking like someone who already is? Because when you train your brain to think abundance, you act differently. You stop waiting for chances, you create them. You stop blaming the system, you beat the system. You stop saying on day and start saying today. The truth is your mind is a magnet. If it's focused on scarcity, it attracts limits. If it's focused on possibility, it attracts opportunities. Every time you doubt yourself, remember this: no one can deposit confidence into your bank account, but you can generate it every single day. Read, learn. Les petits esprits discutent this. Act, fail, rise, repeat. Wealth is built through repetition, not luck. So start training your mind to see value where others see nothing. Start speaking like a winner, even when no one's listening. Les petits esprits discutent this. Start acting like your success is inevitable, because once your mind is rich, your bank account has no choice but to follow. Wealth begins in the mind before it appears in your bank account. Esprits discutent this. That single truth separates those who achieve lasting success from those who spend their lives chasing it. Every fortune, every breakthrough, discutent this. Every major innovation in history started as a thought, a bold vision that existed only in someone's imagination before it became real. The people who create abundance don't wait for money to come to them. Esprits discutent these. They first cultivate the mental framework that attracts it. They develop a mindset of possibility, of courage, of value creation. Because before you can have wealth, you must think wealth. Think of the human mind as fertile soil. Discutent this. If you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation, you will harvest scarcity. But if you plant seeds of growth, ambition, and determination, you will harvest abundance. The money you earn, the opportunities you attract, the decisions you make, they are all reflections of your inner beliefs about what's possible for you. When your mind is programmed to see opportunity in every situation, your behavior naturally aligns with success. You act differently. Esprits discutent this. Speak differently and make choices that move you forward instead of holding you back. Look at any self-made success story and you'll see the same pattern. They started with vision, not resources. Elon Musk didn't begin with billions, began with les petits esprits discutent. He began with ideas powerful enough to reshape industries. Sarah Blakely didn't have investors or experience when she created Spanx. She had conviction and persistence. They both trained their minds to see what others couldn't. Petits esprits discutent these. And that mindset created their fortune. What happens in your outer world is simply a delayed reflection of what happens in your inner world. A person who believes they are capable of creating wealth begins to look for ways to do it. Les petits esprits discutent these. They notice opportunities that others overlook. They invest time in learning skills that multiply value. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They move, they act, they take risks. And when those actions compound, esprits discutent this. Results follow. On the other hand, a person who believes wealth is reserved for the lucky or the privileged unconsciously sabotages themselves. They never start that project, never take that risk. Petits esprits discutent this and never believe they can win, and so they don't. A rich mind is not obsessed with money itself, it's obsessed with growth, contribution, and creation. It focuses on solving problems, serving people, and adding value. Esprits discutent this. That is the true source of wealth, not the currency in your wallet, but the mindset that attracts it. When you build a mind that refuses to think small, when you train yourself to believe that you can learn, adapt, and overcome anything, L'esprit discutant this. You've already crossed the first and most important bridge toward prosperity. Your thoughts are the architects of your future. Your beliefs design your reality. And the moment you decide to think like someone who already owns abundance, discutant this, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your new frequency. Wealth always starts in the mind, and once that foundation is strong, the rest inevitably follows. The language you use shapes the results you attract. Discutant these. Every word that leaves your mouth programs your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind governs your behavior, your confidence, and your outcomes. Most people underestimate the power of language. They think words are just a way to communicate, but in reality, words are tools of creation. What you say repeatedly becomes what you believe, and what you believe becomes what you live. When you constantly speak in terms of limits, is you reinforce them. When you speak in terms of possibility, you expand them. Your words are the blueprint of your destiny. Think about how often do you hear people say things like, discutant, I can't afford that. I'm not good at this. I'll never make it. Or I don't have time. Every one of those sentences is a declaration. A command to your mind that sets boundaries around what's possible. Esprit discutant this. When you say, I can't afford it, your brain stops looking for solutions. But when you say, how can I afford it, your brain starts working to finances. The difference between those two statements can determine the difference between staying stuck and moving forward. Successful people understand this principle. They guard their language the way a warrior guards his weapon. Because they know that what they speak becomes what they experience. The mind listens to everything you say, and it doesn't know the difference between an exaggeration. When you call yourself unlucky, lazy, or broke, esprits discutant des, your mind takes that instruction. It begins to filter your perception so that you notice proof of that identity everywhere. But if you start saying, esprits discutant des, I'm learning to manage my time better, or I'm finding new ways to create income, you shift your focus toward growth. It's not about lying to yourself. Esprits discutant des. It's about speaking to yourself in a way that activates your potential instead of your fear. The words you use daily either feed your faith or feed your doubt. Language also influences how others perceive you and how they respond to you. Esprits discutant des. A leader who speaks with conviction inspires action. A salesperson who uses empowering language builds trust and belief. Words carry energy. They either elevate or drain the people around you. Les petits esprits discutant des. That's why the most effective communicators are deliberate with what they say. They know that powerful language doesn't just describe reality, it shapes it. They speak in a way that aligns with their goals, not their excuses. Esprits discutant des. Changing your language is one of the simplest yet most profound ways to transform your mindset. Start replacing disempowering phrases with empowering ones. Instead of, I'm stuck, say, discutant des. I'm figuring it out. Instead of, this is too hard, say, this is challenging, but I can handle it. Each time you make that shift, you train your brain to focus on progress instead of paralysis. Over time, your words rewire your thoughts reshape your actions, and your actions redefine your life. Every word you speak is an investment. It either builds your future or bankrupts your potential. Choose wisely. Because your language is the mirror of your mindset, and your mindset creates your world. Think in terms of opportunities, not limitations. This is the mindset that separates those who grow from those who stagnate. Most people see the world through the lens of what they can't do, what's missing, what's wrong, what's risky. But the individuals who rise above mediocrity train their minds to look for openings, not obstacles. Esprits discutant des. They understand that every situation, no matter how difficult, hides a seed of possibility. It's not that opportunities magically appear for them. That they've trained themselves to see them while others are blinded by fear and doubt. When a person focuses on limitations, their brain immediately shuts down creative thinking. The moment you say, esprits discutant des, I can't, your mind stops searching for solutions. But when you ask, how can I, you activate your problem-solving system. This shift from limitation to opportunity thinking is small in words but monumental in results. The human brain is wired to find what it looks for. If you seek problems, you'll find problems. If you seek opportunities, you'll find pathways. Successful people understand this simple law and use it to their advantage every single day. History is full of examples of people who refuse to see limitations. Esprits discutent this. When Thomas Edison was told that creating a functional light bulb was impossible, he didn't see failure. He saw an opportunity to learn 1,000 ways that didn't work. When J.K. Rowling faced rejection after rejection, Stephen Esprits discutent this. She didn't interpret it as a sign to quit. She saw an opportunity to refine her story and eventually built a global phenomenon. These people weren't luckier or smarter than others. Esprits discutent this. They simply decided to interpret obstacles as invitations to grow. Opportunity thinkers don't deny the presence of challenges. They just refuse to let those challenges define what's possible. Discutent this. This mindset is especially vital in moments of crisis. The world's greatest entrepreneurs and leaders often emerge during times of uncertainty. When the market falls, when industries change, AVA mindset less petits esprits discutent these. When the rules are rewritten, that's when opportunity thinkers thrive. They look at disruption and see room for innovation. They look at problems and see markets waiting for solutions. While the majority retreat, they advance. Petits esprits discutent this. That's why during every downturn, some people lose everything while others build empires. It's never about circumstances, it's always about perception. Thinking in terms of opportunity is not blind optimism. It's strategic awareness. It's strategic awareness, a conscious decision to focus your energy where it produces growth. When you focus on what's possible, you activate courage, creativity, and resilience. You start taking action instead of making excuses. Esprits discutent this. You begin to view failure as feedback, not finality. This way of thinking transforms fear into fuel. It turns setbacks into stepping stones. Every time you encounter resistance, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? You start asking, what is this trying to teach me? That question alone opens doors that limitation thinkers never see. The truth is, petits esprits discutent this. The world doesn't reward those who see barriers. It rewards those who see beyond them. The people who think in opportunities move faster, learn quicker, and achieve more because their energy flows toward creation, not complaint. Esprits this. Every day you have a choice to focus on what stops you or what moves you. Train your mind to look for the hidden openings in every challenge, and life will start revealing possibilities you never imagined existed. This is discutent these. Train your mindset daily, your reality will catch up. Just like your body needs consistent exercise to stay strong, your mind requires daily training to stay sharp, focused, and resilient. Success is not an event, it's a habit. Esprits discutent this. It's built on the repetition of powerful thoughts and disciplined actions. Esprits discutent this. The people who seem effortlessly confident or successful didn't wake up that way. They've spent years conditioning their minds to stay aligned with their goals even when life tests them. A strong mindset isn't inherited. Esprits discutent this, constructed day after day, choice after choice. The human mind is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it weakens under pressure. Every time you choose fear over courage, doubt over belief, or comfort over growth, Esprits discutent this, you're reinforcing mental patterns that keep you small, but every time you choose to push past hesitation, to act despite uncertainty, to believe in your potential, you strengthen the mental circuits of success. Discutent this. This is why mindset training must be daily, not occasional, not when you feel motivated, but every single day. The same way you brush your teeth or eat breakfast. Esprits discutent this. You need to feed your mind with empowering ideas that keep you focused on your purpose. Training your mindset doesn't require hours of effort. It's about being intentional. Esprits discutent this. Start your day by directing your thoughts instead of letting them direct you. Read something inspiring. Visualize your goals. Repeat affirmations that align with the person you want to become. Esprits discutent this. Reflect on what went well instead of these small mental exercises compound over time and create massive transformation. The truth is, consistency beats intensity. Discuted this too. Doing 5 minutes of mindset work every day is far more effective than doing 2 hours once a month. Repetition builds identity, and your identity determines your destiny. Discutent this. The people who achieve extraordinary results understand that mindset is their greatest asset. They don't leave it to chance. Athletes train their bodies, but champions train their minds even more. Entrepreneurs read, learn. Esprits discutent this and visualize daily because they know the mind that built their last success won't be enough for the next one. Growth never stops, and neither does mindset conditioning. Every challenge, every failure, Jetzt Esprits diskutieren dies. Every difficult day is an opportunity to train resilience. Each time you face adversity and choose to stay calm, focused and determined, you're doing mental reps. Esprits diskutieren dies, you're building the muscle that will carry you through storms others can't survive. Reality eventually reflects the thoughts you hold most consistently. If your inner dialogue is filled with doubt, fear and limitation, your outer world will mirror it with obstacles and scarcity. But when your inner dialogue is filled with faith, determination and purpose, the external world bends to match it. You attract opportunities, people. And results that resonate with your mental frequency, that's alignment. The universe doesn't reward those who merely wish. It rewards those who prepare mentally for what they want. Esprits diskutieren dies. When you train your mind daily to expect success, act decisively, and stay resilient, your reality has no choice but to follow. The transformation always begins inside long before it shows outside. The moment your mindset evolves, your entire life starts to rise to meet it.